So many factors come into consideration when picking a sports utility vehicle. For example, you want an SUV that's safer to drive, comfortable, and aesthetically pleasing. You also want a reliable option, one that doesn't fail often and generally has low maintenance. Most automakers have released their 2024 sports utility vehicle and the choices can be overwhelming. What's important, however, is that you get the best, and this video will help you do that by highlighting the options you'd rather stay away from. We'll look at 10 of the worst SUVs for 2024 which are just worth avoiding. Number 1 will most likely shock you. Here we go. In number 10, 2014 Infiniti QX50. According to Infiniti, the 2024 QX50 is their most advanced compact SUV. So you expect the best at mentioning that, only that things are not always what the manufacturer promises. According to Car and Driver, a car review site, the 2024 Infiniti QX50 does not guarantee the sportiest riding experience like the manufacturer promises. Its fuel economy is also underwhelming and its engine and transmissions are loud. For those reasons, Car and Driver gives it a rating of 6 of 10, which is disappointing for a car that's supposed to dominate the SUV market. Another exciting element is the dual display infotainment system that has a weird setup. Hence, until the manufacturer does something about the infotainment display, the engine and transmission noise, and the fuel economy, the 2024 Infiniti QX50 remains a no-go zone. In number 9, 2024 Subaru Ascent. At a starting price of $35,490, the 2024 Subaru Ascent is not a cheap car. It costs a lot and you expect its performance to match its asking price, but unfortunately, no. Car and Driver gives the Subaru Ascent a 6 of 10 rating, just like the Infiniti QX50, and the reasons are pretty understandable. While the 2024 Subaru Ascent is reliable even on long distances, serious concerns exist about its third row, which is too cramped for adults. That's not all. Sometimes the engine noise saturates the cabin, which can be very uncomfortable. There are also reported cases of lethargic acceleration. You can expect somehow a stiff ride when driving the Subaru Ascent. And so if comfort matters to you, which I think it should, the 2024 Subaru Ascent may be worth skipping for now. In number 8, 2024 Volkswagen Atlas. The 2024 Volkswagen Atlas comes in a new design which appears bigger and bossy. According to the manufacturer, this is the ultimate road trip choice. It is dressed up to take the most challenging roads and has the most impressive on-field technology. There are concerns, however, which stay in its impressive marketing. This SUV could only manage a 3.6 of 5-star rating on Edmunds.com, and the reasons justify the unexciting score. For example, Edmunds claim that the SUV's interface isn't easy to use, while owners complain of electrical issues leading to brake failure and alarm malfunctioning. So, while we expect the 2024 Volkswagen to be roomier and more comfortable, the fact that most of it is electronics are likely to fail makes it unreliable and thus one to avoid. In number 7, 2024 Infiniti QX60. You need at least $50,045 to order the 2024 Infiniti QX60, which is not cheap. So you expect fewer concerns, only that things are not always in black and white. As stylish as the SUV is, you must worry about its comfort. According to Car and Driver, its upsized 20-inch wheels may compromise the ride comfort, as does its trashy-sounding heavy-duty V6 engine. It also lacks wireless Android Auto connection, which means you'll need a wired connection. The ride experience is also reportedly stiffer, which is not good if you plan to drive this SUV long distance. Edmunds gives it a 3.2 of 5-star rating, which indicates a below-par SUV. Some customers are unhappy with its reliability, given issues like a failing fuel pump, engine harness, and AC and poorly built leather seats. Wait a minute, I know you're enjoying this video. What about you give me a thumbs up by liking it then subscribe and hit that notification bell for the latest epic videos. Let's continue. In number 6, 2024 Infiniti QX80. The 2024 Infiniti QX80 is an expensive car. According to the company's USA website, its starting MSRP is $74,150, which is not cheap at all, so you don't expect this SUV to have reliability or safety issues, isn't it? However, that doesn't rule out other equally important issues. Car and Driver only gives it a 6 of 10 score due to several problems. For one, the car has several outdated bits, which you don't expect from such an elite car. Secondly, Car and Driver mentions something to do with a hesitant transmission, which makes the SUV less athletic. Its fuel economy is also pretty awful, given that it registers 14 miles per gallon on city roads and 20 miles per gallon on highways. Moreover, comforts like a panoramic sunroof, head-up display, and a massage seat, which you expect from such a highly priced SUV, are missing. In number 5, 2024 Land Rover Discovery. The 2024 Land Rover Discovery ticks many boxes. Very few SUVs can beat the Discovery, whether it's an upscale appearance, an all-weather terrain, or a premium interior. That, however, does not make it a good buy for 2024. The sports utility vehicle only gets a 6 of 10 rating per Car and Driver, and you have to wonder why. According to Car and Driver, the 2024 Discovery isn't comfortable, its third row feels quite constricted, especially for adults, and its cargo capacity is relatively small for such a big car. So while the manufacturer claims it's a family-friendly SUV, the two concerns say otherwise. Furthermore, this SUV doesn't have the most impressive electronics. According to Edmunds.com, some customers complain of frequent brake failure and software issues, which is uninspiring for such an expensive SUV. In number 4, Land Rover Discovery Sport. If you thought that the 2024 Land Rover Discovery was the only lackluster SUV in the 2024 Land Rover line, then you got it wrong. The 2024 Land Rover Discovery Sport is just as dumbfounding as the 2024 Land Rover Discovery, and both could only get a 6 of 10 rating from Car and Driver. On a positive note, the 2024 Discovery Sport embodies confidence and driving sophistication. Its off-road capabilities are unquestionable, and so its enhanced aesthetics. The negatives are, however, too concerning to even focus on the positives. For starters, the Discovery is not fuel economical, as it averages 19 miles per gallon in the city and 21 miles per gallon on highways. It is also deafening on the road and has a dull interior. Moreover, the third row is severely cramped, making it quite uncomfortable. So, if you are looking for a family-tailored SUV, the 2024 Discovery Sport is far from being that. In number 3, 2024 Jeep Compass. Priced from $29,995, the 2024 Jeep Compass is one of the most reasonably priced SUVs. But besides an attractive asking price, this SUV is fuel economical and relishes a powerful engine. The highs aside, the lows are pretty worrying. Car and Driver gives it a 6 of 10 due to issues like numb steering and excessively sensitive brake pedals, which are obvious safety risks. The other issue is that its boxy interior limits its cargo space. So, this SUV is not one of the roomiest. You won't carry much stuff with it. It's also worth noting that the 2024 Jeep Compass has a confusing internal control layout, annoying driver assistance features, and poor outside visibility, according to Edmunds.com. Moreover, the engine noise sometimes infiltrates and saturates the cabin, creating a very uncomfortable driving experience. So, you might not have the tranquil driving experience you ordinarily expect from a Jeep Compass. In number 2, 2024 Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. The 2024 Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport joins the 2024 Volkswagen Atlas as one of the worst new SUVs. While this SUV has all the looks of a perfectly styled modern sports utility vehicle, it lacks the wow factor, something you can look at and want to drive the SUV. its driving dynamics, for example, aren't involving. According to Car and Driver, the SUV features standard tech and that's it. Nothing fancy. Car and Driver gives it a 6 of 10 score, which is disappointing. I also checked this SUV on the Edmunds.com where it only gets a 3.8 or 5-star rating, which is unsatisfactory. The reason for such an underwhelming score is that customers have mixed feelings about the SUV. Some are disappointed with the low-quality infotainment system, failing in-car driver assistance feature and door sensing issues. Others feel let down by the vehicle's sluggish engine, which you don't expect from such a domineering SUV. In number 1, 2024 GMC Acadia. You probably didn't expect this, but one of America's most loved and most fancied SUVs is the worst for 2024. The 2024 GMC Acadia might have the looks and most of its specs of its older siblings, but it misses the mark this time around where it matters the most. This SUV's starting price is $39,000, which is decent, but still you won't get its actual value if what car expert says anything to go by. For example, the SUV only scores a 5.5 of 10 on Car and Driver, and the reasons are pretty resounding. For starters, this SUV won't be fuel economical as it averages 19 miles per gallon on city roads and 26 miles per gallon on highways. Though the SUV hasn't hit the market yet, concerns about its reliability have been a perpetual issue. There are also issues with limited off-road proficiency, constricted third row and higher repairs. So there is much negative energy blanketing over this luxurious sports utility vehicle. Now you know the 10 worst SUVs for 2024 that you should avoid. Having said that, you may wonder what to go for. Well, here is a video on the best 3-row 7-seater SUVs for families. Your dream SUV could be on my video list. See you there.